Hey, this is Samantha here from RecipeThis.com and the voice behind the popular kitchen gadgets podcast, Magic with Gadgets. Today I want to show you just how easy it is to make air fryer enchiladas. And even better, I'm going to make a double batch of them so that you can be cooking once, eating twice. So another part of my meal prep that I like to do is the idea of cooking once and eating twice. And the idea here is that you make a double batch of something and then the other batch can go in the freezer or in the fridge for later. So we're going to do that with enchiladas. But the thing about it is that when you're doing them, you want to make the wraps crispy first in the air fryer before you dollop on the salad cream and any extra cheese. So it's hard to achieve that if you're doing it for a cooking twice kind of idea. So what I recommend you do instead is the second batch that goes in your freezer or in your fridge, you take it to the point of making them into wraps. And then all you have to do in the cooking process later is, once the wraps are cooked, is to add the salad cream and the salsa and the cheese. So it's an easier version, so there's not much cooking to do the second time around. And this recipe in particular is out of Air Fryer Easy Everyday, and it's in our vegetarian chapter. So we're doing a version with taco beans. We love the taco mixed beans that you can buy, and it's a great way to add in some vegetables as well. So we've got aubergines, red pepper and the red onion there as well, and of course sour cream, some sweet corn and a few seasonings as well. And then it works best with some mini wraps, and it's just a great easy way to make them at home in the air fryer. So we're going to put the cheese to one side because we're not going to be using that for a bit. The same for the wraps. So then we can focus on the filling for them. And then I recommend 2 of these because they're brilliant for storing in the freezer for your second batch, but they're also brilliant for cooking in the air fryer in as well. And if you're just doing it for a bigger household for dinner tonight, if you've got a dual, you can normally fit 1 of them at each side, so you can do a much bigger portion. And depending on how tightly you fill your wraps, you can get 4 to 5 in these. And these are standard 7-inch square pans. So we're going to start by doing the veggies, because then the veggies can be cooking in the air fryer whilst you're mixing the rest of the filling ingredients in a bowl. So let's start with an aubergine. So if you're following it from our new cookbook, Air Fryer Easy Everyday, it's got a half batch mentioned in there in the cookbook. And what you're basically doing is you're doubling the ingredients. And what I recommend you start with is you take your sticker off your aubergine. That would always help. And then slice up your aubergine. I like to do it a bit chunkier. And as you can see, that's in nice chunky slices there. So then you want to put it into quarters, or I prefer to. And a quicker way of doing it is to stack some up like this. Half them and then half them again. And then again and then again. Because you want them in little chunks, because otherwise they take way too long to cook in the air fryer, and you want to get dinner going, don't you? So then, slice around the edge of your red pepper. And then I just kind of aim so that the pepper is of similar sizes to what the aubergine is. But you know, it's hard to get it perfect considering the different shapes. And then the last bit of pepper. And then my chopping board's getting quite full, so I'm going to start transferring things to a bowl now. So into a bowl you go. So as you can see, you're already getting a good selection going there. Oh, missed some. And then the last of the veg is the red onion. Oh, bit of pepper there. And then I'm doing the red onion a bit more chunkier. And then into the bowl it goes. And then I'm only using half a red onion. But also this recipe, if you wanted to do a massive batch for the freezer, you could quadruple it instead of just doing a double batch, and then you've got a few freezer meals, because you know it doesn't take that much longer to meal prep 3 of these or 4 of these compared to just doing a 2 batch. So now I've got them all in the bowl. Some olive oil, and then you can add some seasonings. You can mix and match depending on what you want. I've got some dried coriander leaf, some oregano, ground cumin, smoked paprika, and then we can finish off with some salt and pepper. And then it's time to get your hands in there and give them a good mix. And now you'll start to see a lovely, lovely colour coming along in there now. And then they're ready to go in the air fryer. But note the colour on those. I can't be bothered to get my air fryer all dirty, so I'm actually going to use the trays that I'm cooking them in to cook the veggies in, because it'll save on a big clean up of the air fryer. So I'm just going to wash my hands a sec. Then chopping board to one side, air fryer open, and here I'm using my Ninja Dual Flexi Drawer. So what you can do is, because it only just fits like that, you can force these down and they're perfect, but I prefer to take the divider out and then if you look there, push them down and you can actually fit 2 in. So now you can divide the veggies between the 2, and then it will stop them from taking too long to cook. You can put them all in one, but it'll increase the cook time. The more spread out and the least ingredients you've got in here, the quicker it is. So then you've got all those in there now ready to go on. I'm going to give them a little bit more than I did in the cookbook, just because I'm cooking them in the foil trays. So turn the air fryer on, and you're looking for the mega zone because we're using both areas, and then air fry, and then we're using 180 Celsius, 360 Fahrenheit, and then a cook time of, I'm going to go with 18 minutes, and then press start. And then, whilst we're doing that, we can focus on the filling, can't we? So I'm going to use the same bowl, because why not? Because it's the same seasonings that you use in it. And then we can start filling it up with the other ingredients that make up the filling. Did you know that we have a free air fryer mini course? It runs for 5 days, is delivered by email, covers 5 important air fryer beginner topics, and includes a free PDF and free recipes. Simply head over to recipethis.com and search mini course for full details. So whilst the air fryer is doing its magic and I've cleared away the veggie peelings and whatnot, let's mix together the filling ingredients. So I've got my taco mixed beans. By the way, these are genius. They're just perfect for this kind of cooking, and also a lot of other similar stuff as well. So you could also put these into taquitos and so many other things, and I just like them just for something different. So they've gone into the bowl. I'm not draining the sweet corn because I just need a small portion of sweet corn, so I can just grab it off the top. I'm going with about 4 tablespoons of sweet corn from the can. And then I love sour cream. I mean, who doesn't? So a heaped tablespoon of sour cream. And then I'm going to adjust it with a little bit more ground cumin, a little bit more coriander, and a little bit more oregano. And then of course, salt and pepper. And then the last ingredient, of course, is to add in some cheese. So I would recommend about 2 to 3 ounces of cheese, depending on how much you want. And then it's time to give it a good mix. And the mixture is quite thick, which is good because you don't want really, really watery wraps. And the sour cream helps with the texture. And then all you're waiting on now is for the air fryer to beep. And then when it's done, we can add the veggies into the bowl, give it another mix with the veggies in, and then we can load it up into the wraps, ready for getting air fried. And it's now on its cool down from the veggies. Wow, that look lovely. So now the job is to remove them all from the trays and put them into the bowl. So I'm just going to grab them. They don't get too hot in there. Oh, they do actually. So if you have a look now, that's what your veggies look like. So grab your bowl. Empty out your trays into your bowl. And the veggies just go so lovely and crispy. We love it like this. So I'm just going to close this air fryer for a moment so that we've got more working room. See, it's still on its cool down. And then what you want to do is with your spoon, give everything a good stir. And then now you've got the perfect filling. I mean, oh wow, doesn't that look fantastic? So now your job is to start filling them up. So what I do now is I steal a little bit of salsa that I'm going to use for the top to stop it from sticking. So this is the salsa that I've put to one side. So now, a couple of tablespoons. And then this stops the bottom from sticking as you cook it. So I'm doing the same again in the other one as well. And also, if you want to make it more spicy, then you can also add some jalapenos to this bowl mixture. But I'm serving them for my kids for dinner tonight and they won't appreciate those. So this is the family toned down version. Right, so now you've got your trays ready. It's time to start making those wraps. So I have loads of wraps and I often find myself thinking, oh right, I can fit more in there than I thought I could. So I end up putting them in a bag to stop them drying out. So I'm going to start with my supply first. So grab a good dollop. Bit more of a dollop. And then the idea is to make up as many wraps as you can and fit in as many as you can into your container. So here's the second one. And tuck it in and make sure the loose bits. Oh, we lost a little bit out of that one, but it's fine because it can be for the next one. And then keep pushing them towards the edge so that you can fit as many in them as you want. And If Mexican food is not your thing and you don't want to make it like this, you can use this same concept with so many other different things. So for example, if you've got some leftover chicken, you could do it in a quick tomato sauce like this and then wrap them up. And then, depending on how good I am at squeezing them all in, sometimes I can fit 5 of them in here. Oh yeah, I think I can. And then, let's get the last one in. That's your batch 1 done. So I'm just going to put that to one side and we can do batch 2. Start with those little bits that I lost. And I mean, oh wow, look at that. And you could just do these individually in the air fryer if you wanted to. They're just so yummy. And then I'm out of that pack, so I need a new pack of these. And then on with some more. And then can I manage 2 more? That one's not tucked in as well, but I'll catch that as I'm putting the next one in. So don't worry about it if you don't quite manage it. So then for the last one, and then I've only got a tiny little bit of mix left, so it just shows that this batch is a perfect size. Just harder to tuck in when you've got extra like that. So then in it goes. That's your other 5. That's a little bit of cheese from the bowl there. I'm still, like I say, I'm back to putting some wraps in my bag. So then if you look at it like that, you've just done 2 batches there, and of course we're saving a batch for later. So I'm going to put this batch to one side. And we'll sort that out shortly. So this is the lot that we're going to be cooking right now in the air fryer. So egg wash. And then quite often I'm batching quite a few things, so I end up using 1 egg for egg wash across a few different recipes. Then that's that done, and it's ready to go in the air fryer. So the air fryer is still warm, so I'm going to knock up a minute because of that. So turn on your air fryer, and you're looking for the air fry button. And because I've got it in the middle, if you look there, I'm just going to put it on the mega zone, and then temperature 180 Celsius, 360 Fahrenheit, and then a cook time of 7 minutes, and then press start. So whilst it's cooking, let's talk about our spare batch. So now you've got this spare batch, what you want to do is you want to wrap it in some foil and then get it ready for the freezer. Unless you've got some with some lids. These ones don't have lids that I bought, but they're absolutely the perfect size for the air fryer, so I've let it go that they've got no lids. Oop, my worktop's a little bit wet. But I can still read most of it. So there it is, ready to go in the freezer for later. And it's on its cool down, so let's check on them, shall we? Oh wow, the golden colour there is amazing. So now obviously we want to add some salsa and some cheese. So you can just spoon some over the top, however you normally have it. Or what you can do, which is also really nice, is to make a little bit extra of the filling and have the filling on as an extra layer. I mean, that is nice. So there we go, we've got a good layer now of the salsa on top. So now it's time for cheese. Who doesn't love cheese? Oh, it's finished, it's cooled down. That really irritates me about the Ninjas. I don't know why it does that. Because everybody just takes it out when the cook time is up. So I don't know why it needs to do its extra cool time that it does. There we go. Is that enough cheese? I think so. Right, back on we go. So now, Megazone again. Air fry again. But this time we're going to go down to 160 Celsius, that's 320 Fahrenheit, because we don't want to overcook the wraps. And then we're going with 5 minutes and then press start. So now we're on our cool down, so let's see how that cheese is doing. Has it melted? Oh wow, now that's what you call enchiladas. Don't they look fantastic? I mean, just look at them, aren't they beautiful? And just think how easy that is, and just think that you've done it with only the washing up you had was the bowl that you were mixing your ingredients in and your chopping board. Everything else has happened in these 4 trays. You've got another one in the freezer for another day, which is perfect for if you have a hectic day of the week, when you've got your kids all at clubs and things. You know, it's just easy cooking in the air fryer. Have you checked out Air Fryer Easy Every Day yet? It's our brand new air fryer cookbook, following on from the success of the Complete Air Fryer Cookbook. It has over 140 everyday air fryer recipes for you to follow along with at home in your air fryer. Perfect for different types of air fryers too, as it covers the air fryer oven, basket and dual air fryers, as well as some fun recipes if you're cooking for one. So what are you waiting for? Go and order yourself a copy now and you will not be disappointed. It's from 12 years of air frying. And thanks so much for watching. Don't forget to follow us on Pinterest, Facebook, subscribe to our YouTube channel, and of course you can also find us on TikTok. But best of all, head over to recipethis.com/newsletter to join our weekly newsletter. And I'm Sam, and thanks again for watching.